Folks, welcome to your double kettlebell challenge. If you're just joining up, you need two kettlebells today. The two kettlebells that you need are going to be ones that you can press overhead 10 times. Ideally, you guys maybe have some chalk here, so I'm going to just put one little piece on standby here. That way I'll be able to use it. Someone broke the chalk in half this morning, one of my workout partners, but whatever, we'll get over it. All right, so you know how it is, it gets thinner. My name's Alex Carew. I am a certified personal trainer. I've been doing this for over a decade. I am a kettlebell coach. I've been certified since 2017. Strong First Elite. I was able to do a Beast Tamer about a year ago, or coming up on a year. And I am, a fun fact about me, I've been a vegan for 13 years. I don't know where I get my protein from. I do. It's tofu. And yeah, I just like to have fun with it. So guys, again, two kettlebells today that you can press comfortably overhead 10 times. You're not going to do 10 in a row right off the bat, but we're going to build up to that, okay? But that's going to be the limiting factor on this one, all right? Ideally, it's one that you can have a lot of power with, but it's a strict press. It's not a push press. Now, the way this is going to work today is I'm going to get us pretty much right into the class, all right? So we're not going to mess around. We're going to go right into it. I'll show you guys the moves that we're doing, and then we'll go for it. If you do have questions, please, please, please save them for the end. Any shout outs, anything from, whatever country you're visiting from, or whatever state you're visiting from, I'd be happy to give you a shout out too. But there might be some questions that come up during this session, so feel free to ask at the end of class. I always like to save a little time for Q&A, all right? I also, too, when we finish this whole cycle and everything, if you don't mind joining me for a little meditation, just a little mindfulness going into whatever part of the week you're in. Right now, for me, it's the weekend, so going into the weekend nice and strong. It's always nice to create a little clarity in the brain there, okay? So that's going to be the plan for the day. I hope you have fun with this. For just a couple announcements, a couple of housekeeping work. I've been talking about the Kettlebell book, the Kettlebell Kings book that I have coming out, and my new website is reforming. So all of that stuff is going to be coming out. I'm trying to make it by October 1st. It's going to be sometime around then because I have all the voiceovers that I've been doing. A lot of it's going to complement the book really well. So the ebook through the Kettlebell Kings website will all be there. My website will have all the actual tutorial videos that you'll be able to follow along with. There's going to be plenty of things. So if you like my coaching style and you like the way I teach this, I'm going to have all that stuff to offer for you. And I want to make you more efficient with the way you move kettlebells, okay? Because that's going to be the thing. That's why I wanted to save the Q&A for you here, because I'm here to serve you. I do this for you because I really want you guys to get comfortable with these things. And, again, all these things are just a cannonball with a handle on it. It's not that scary. You control it. It doesn't control you. This thing's not going to move until I tell it to move. Same for you. Remember that. All right. So the requirements today are going to be double bells, as I mentioned. Could you do this with single bells? Of course you can. You would just do one side of your body and then you would alternate to the other side, okay? For those of you guys that are limited or newer to kettlebells, I'd recommend doing that. I'm not going to show that because this is a double bell challenge today, okay? You're going to see why it's a challenge because this one definitely is going to build as we go along, all right? So what we're going to need in our arsenal is a double swing, a double clean, a double squat, and a double press, okay? And it's a strict press. I will show a push press for those of you guys getting fatigued at the end. And if you don't have another kettlebell size, that'll allow you to go overhead a little easier, okay? Besides that, that's all you need to know today, all right? So let me take us through the moves. So the double swing, for those of you guys that maybe aren't using double bells, definitely go lighter at first because we're gonna build up. You can always make the weight heavier. You can always make it lighter, your choice. Okay, but with double bells, it just requires a little bit more technique and a little bit more power. So a couple tips that I like to talk about right off the bat that's going to really help you moving forward too. I don't have the longest legs, if you notice here. Okay, so when I swing the kettlebells back, you have a couple options. I can go really wide and swing it flat, but why would I do that when, if I want to eliminate the surface or shorten the surface, I just like to turn my thumbs down. Okay, that makes it so now it's just the ball size going through there. It's not the actual handles. All right, so you'll see if you see kettlebell users turning the bells in this V shape, the reason is because they're getting ready for those thumbs to go down. That's going to be the first thing. You're going to notice that on every single one of my back swings. Okay, so for those of you that are doing double bell work on the backswing, that might be a tip that could change the way you move the bells. Okay, I know it was for me. All right, because now I don't have to go as wide. You're going to feel a lot more stable on the earth when your feet can be a little bit more narrow like that. That's number one. Number two, I'm using a couple 20s here. It's kind of arbitrary. I'm doing it because I can demo it. And with this one, I maybe would go a little heavier, but I'm not going to do it because I want to be able to coach you throughout. But you have to base the weight again. I told you guys the limiting factor is the overhead press, okay, the strict press. You know, if you can't go overhead, I just want you to hold a rack position. Those are going to become some of the housekeeping things for you. But other than that, we should be good. All right. So let me get into this. So it's going to be double swing. The double swing, thumbs down, and there's just more power. Okay. Remember, we're doing hard style. So that means maximal power. So when we come to the top, I always think about pinching a penny between the butt cheeks. Okay. So as quick as you can. Your knees should certainly lock. Okay. I get a lot of feedback about, oh, it doesn't look good. You're locking your knees. Let me tell you why you lock your knees. Go tell an NBA player when he jumps not to lock his knees out. It's one of the most ridiculous things you could ever see because here's what it's going to look like. I'm going to try to jump without locking my knees and dunk. You can't. You literally can't do it because if your glutes are fully active, you see that? My legs have to lock out. So any player, yeah, they plant, but you're going to see there has to be a glute activation. The great part about the ballistics, especially in the hard style, is that when you fling those hips, that should be a lock in right away. So your knees have to lock because if I jump, look, I could jump all day long. If I just do this and try to jump without my glutes, I can't go anywhere, okay? So that's the reason why you lock your knees because it should be maximal power. That's number one, okay? Number two, we want to make sure, the little tip here, lats are tight at the top, okay? So when we lock the glutes in, quads lock, we're going to create that power breath, that TSST. Try it with me real quick. You feel that? You should see your abs turning on, okay? When you go, it creates that contraction. You do it as soon as you, every hinge, okay? So whether you're swinging, whether you're cleaning, okay, you're going to do that. Now, on the squats, they're more grindy lifts, so it's going to be hup, or the screen at you. I know, it look kind of cool, like a little action movie. Maybe I can add an effect after. So step, step, hips, hands, lats. Okay, I'm going to go swing. I'm going to clean. And then I'm going to squat. I'm going to course through my feet in. Hup, and then I'm going to step my feet in. And I'm going to press. Okay, it's going to look like that. All right. So that's one cycle. Now, for those of you guys that have been moving kettlebells, this is going to be somewhat familiar to you. If it's not, you'll get the hang of it because you get to increase the reps every single time you do this, okay? All right, we know what we're doing here. We know how to make this work, all right? It's swing, clean, squat, press. That's it, all right? So the way it's going to work, and the reason why this is a challenge today is because when we do this, we're going to go one, cycle of one, and it's going to be a cycle of two, cycle of three. We're going to go all the way up to 10, okay? So the reason why I said you have to have 10 presses in your arsenal is because at the end of this workout, you're going to have to press it 10 times, all right? But you make it as far as you can. If you have bells that are a little heavy, you might not make it that far. That's okay. But you could come, if you need more of a break than I'm giving you, you could come off, come back in, join up with the kid whenever you can, all right? But this is a nice challenge for you. This is the double kettlebell challenge, all right? I think without any further ado, we're ready to get started. So remember, swing, clean, squat, press, okay? Let's go through it. You'll get the hang of it as we do because we got quite a few rounds, 10 to be exact. All right, let's line it up, folks. Here we go. 5 seconds here. In 4, 3, 2, 1. Swing, clean, squat. Hup. We're going to press. Good, back down, and then park. All right, that's one round, okay? Little gauge right there. So for me, not so hard. That weight was pretty good for that one. I know it's going to add up, though. You know, it's only one this round. All right, I think we're ready. Let's go right into the round of two. Let's not play around. All right, here we go. Step, step, hips, hands. In 4, 3, 2, 1. Swing twice. 2 clean. 2 squat. Hup. Hup. And then 2 press. Good. And park. Okay, nice. A little shake out there. So maybe you started to feel a little heat in your body. Maybe a little bit need a little bit more time. I know I do. I'm going to take it. I'm going to pace myself for this one. Not just for me. Well, for me. I talk a lot. Okay. I know that. I know I talk a lot. I can't catch my breath here, folks. So I'm gonna shut up for a second. I'm gonna breathe. You should do the same. Okay. Again, you can feel it between the squat and the press likely is going to be where you're feeling this one. Okay. I know it is for me. All right. So far it feels good. All right. You got it. Round of 3. 3 swing, 3 clean, 3 squat, 3 press. Here we go. Let's line it up. Step, step, hips, hands in 4, 3, 2, 1. Round of 3. 3 swing. 1, 2, 3, 3 clean. 1, 2, 3. 3 squat. Hup, 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 and 3 press. Good, and park. Cool. Okay, so breathe a second. I'll give you a couple cues on this on the press. I'm gonna let it come down. Okay, on the press, notice I'm really tight underneath my body, meaning I have a really strong foundation. If you notice on the squats, I'm out here when I come up, I step my feet in. I feel more of a foundation under my body. So when I go overhead, I can really push through the earth on that. Okay, I could also lock my cylinder into place. So when I go up, the foundation that you have underneath your body creates a much stronger press. Okay. So for those of you guys that are maybe arching back away, I don't want any of that. Take your ribs, pull them down and in. So when you press, you're holding the whole time. It's going to cost you a little energy, but it's going to pay off in the end because your abs are going to be working really strong on this one. All right. You know the drill. We're already in the round of 4. Okay. So 4 swing, 4 clean, 4 squat, 4 press. You know it. All right. Let's line it up. Here we go. 5 seconds here. In 4, 3, 2, 1. 4 swing. 4 clean. 4 press. I'm sorry, 4 squat. Hup, 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 and then 4 press. Solid foundation. And park it. Good. See, I'm not perfect. Even I mess up sometimes. So that might happen to you. You might want to jump ahead right to the press. Like me, I was thinking about it. Don't forget the squats, folks. I feel like that's what cost me the most heart rate. Okay, so I'm rechalking between. Some of you guys have better chalk than I do. Doesn't come off your hands. Doesn't break in half so easily. That's not me. All right, so you'll see in between, I have a method called fast and loose. It's where I shake it out. It's like I have beads of water on my skin. I'm trying to shake off, okay? Because lactic acid starts to build up in this, all right? It's also why I talk to you in between. So we'll take these breaks. But we're in the round of 5. What do you think? You ready for this? I think I am. All right, here we go. 5 seconds here. In 4, 3, 2, 1. 5 swing. 5 clean. 5 squat. Hup, 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 hup. 5 press. Good. And park. Okay. I'm gonna breathe. I want you to do the same. I'm gonna check in with you, see how you're doing right now. I'm doing pretty good. I didn't even say where I was from. We're here in Venice Beach right now. It's a beautiful day. Whew. Venice Beach, California, that is. I know there's one in Florida. VB, California, beautiful place. Come visit me. I'll teach you some kettlebells out here. Maybe. All right. I'm breathing. You probably are too. Just a reminder, if you do have questions, because I see some of the questions coming in, remember, I'm going to do it at the end when I can actually breathe, okay? Right now, I chose the right weight, so I'm taking my time here. Okay, maybe a little rechalk. We got the round of 6. This will pass the halfway point, kinda. It always feels like more with the more reps. You ready for this? 6 swing, 6 clean, 6 squat, 6 press. Here we go. 5 seconds here. In 4, 3, 2, 1, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 clean, 6 squat, hup, 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 6 press, and park. Good. Okay. Little shakeout. Whew. My breaks are going to be getting longer here. It's not because I'm doing this for you. I'm doing this for me. I need a little break in between before we get to the round of 7. So I did promise you I'd give you another version of your press. I'm going to tell you about that when my heart rate comes down. I can catch my breath. So for those of you guys higher heart rate right now, like me, deep breath in the nose and out the nose, or mouth and out the mouth. In the nose, out. Just calm it down, okay? I need it too. Okay, this adds up. It adds up. That round of 1 felt like nothing. I know. I was right there with you. That, well, not so much. Okay, as promised, for those of you guys that, like me, the press is starting to get challenging, I'm going to give you an option, okay? It's a ballistic option. It's going to be a push press, okay? So when you go into your press here after the cleans, after the squats, you're going to come up, you're going to dip down, use the power, heels come off, and then you catch it, okay? So you just go down, lock your legs, keep them locked, and then you're overhead. It's going to make it a little easier. It makes it more ballistic, okay? Because I can feel with where I'm at, I have a couple 20s, like I mentioned, maybe a couple 16s as it starts to get to that higher reps, okay? So I want to keep that form. I don't want it to suffer, okay? So you can always add a ballistic. There's ways to modify. This is one of them. Okay. Round of 7. Told you, the breaks are going to get a little longer. So if you're not patient on this one, you probably didn't choose the right weight, okay? But you'll learn, okay? And this isn't being critical. It's just that's where I'm at with this weight. It's a good weight for me for sure, but I'm going to add that push press. All right, here we go. Round of 7 here. 5 seconds here. In 4, 3, 2, 1, 7. 7 clean. 7 squat. Hup. 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 7 push press for me. And park. Okay. I'm definitely finishing with the push press. My heart rate's high. You're seeing the kids struggle right now. I'm gonna breathe. I love it though. Dig back in. Dig back in. Okay. Find your center. Also, not the time to be a hero. Take a round off if you need to. Whew, I'm just gonna take a little bit more rest time. I really am gonna shut up and breathe. We're feeling it, folks. We're feeling it, but we're already in the round of 8. Means we got 3 more to go. And also, a little reminder too, I'm getting up to 8, attempting to get to 10, okay? This is definitely ambitious for what I have weight-wise. If you're like me and tapped out or topped out at a certain rep scheme, maybe that's 5, maybe that's 6. Do yourself a favor. Keep it consistent. Keep it the same, all right? You don't need to match the rep count, okay? If you felt comfortable at like 4 or 5, stay there. Okay, it's still a great workout. Trust me, you're still doing 10 rounds if you're keeping up with me. I'm falling all over the place. Okay, little chalk's gonna help me here. All right, a little prayer. Come on, baby, you got this. Clap the chalk. We love it. Okay. Whew. Round 8. I'm gonna mentally prep. Okay. If you need more time, take it. All right. You don't need to keep up with me, but this is where my pace is at today with this. Remember, it's your race, not mine or anyone else's in this chat. Okay. Round 8. Here we go. 5 seconds here. In 4, 3, 2, 1. 8 swing. 8 clean. 8 squat. Hup. 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 I'm gonna go 8 jerk. Breathe. Okay. Breathe. This is no joke today. I promised you a challenge. Whew. I'm up for it. Okay. Let my heart rate come down. It's really high right now. Whew. Yep. Nothing too sexy about this. Just good old hard fashion work here with our bells. So I'm making an executive decision. Still gonna do 2 more rounds. I know if I go 9-10, only way I'm completing that is if I have a couple 16s. I don't. I have double 20s, so not gonna happen for me. So I'm gonna be smart. I'm personally gonna finish with a round of 5 here and probably 5 for the second round, okay? I just know where my body's at, okay? You can go to 9 if you have it in you, okay? For me, I wasn't as prepared for how hard this would be as reps got this high, okay? Maybe you were. Maybe you have the lighter bells, all right? I can go heavier, but that's my only option. Okay, so still gonna let my heart rate come down. It's still really high. We got 2 more cycles left, all right? Next one for you, if you're keeping up with the count, you got 9, okay? You're gonna see the kid do 5. I'll still give you just as long as a break, long of a break, okay? Whew. Yeah, this is hard. This is hard. This is why it's a double kettlebell challenge. Even me now, I have something to build too. Character, maybe. I think my character is being built in this one. Okay, I'm being humbled and pummeled. Okay, round of 9 here. For those of you guys that are sticking with 5s, go for it. Okay, here we go. 5 seconds here. In 4, 3, 2, 1. Round of 9 for some of you. I'm only doing 5, but keep going to 9. Hup. 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 Too soon. Some of you guys are still going. Keep going. You're doing 9, okay? I'm stopping early, I told you. Let it come down if you're with my pace. That feels right for me. That feels right for you. Let me see how you're doing over here. Yeah, keep it going if you are. Keep it going. Whew. All right. Should be finishing up on those last press here, okay? Maybe a little time to recover here if you're going into the challenge part, round of 10, okay? One of the things that's nice about this is if you're lucky or smart, you have other bells lined up, ready to go, okay? As I mentioned, I wasn't prepared because usually I don't use less than double 20s. Most of my complexes are much lower reps, okay? So you're seeing a more strength athlete get crushed on a more endurance type workout, okay? This is what it looks like and feels like, okay? It doesn't mean I can't go for certain things. Snatch chest, give me that all day long. This volume though is adding up for me, okay? So for those of you guys that are stuck like me, maybe some heavier bells, do what I'm doing, okay? Who are you impressing, right? That's what I'm saying. All right, so we're down to it. The final round, the final chapter. For some of you guys, it's the round of 10. For me, it's gonna be the round of 5, okay? So you choose accordingly. Go down a size if you wanna get to 10, or do what I'm doing, stick to 5s. That felt right, okay? Because for me, I know I maxed out the round of 8, all right? I really feel it. I'm like, I don't have much more to give, especially if I'm increasing the rounds, but 5 felt comfortable for me. Okay, here we go. Let's line it up. The final cycle. You got 10, you're a hero, a superstar, go for it. If you're like the kid, stick with 5s. You're okay with it. Here we go. 5 seconds here. Final cycle in 4, 3, 2, 1. Round of 10. Hup, 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 hup. If you're still going for 10, go for it, okay? For you 5 counters like me, good job, good job. Keep going though. Let that heart rate come down. Whew, that was a challenge. But yeah, if you're going, keep going here. Good job. All right, you're almost there. 10's a lot. Some of you guys that do higher rep work, you're gonna feel it, okay? For me, that was just the right amount of work for me, okay? I know where my challenge stopped. Some of you guys maybe made it to 5, maybe to 6. Me, mine was 8, okay? That's the point of the challenge. You stop when your challenge is done. All right, should be finishing up on that 10th rep. And when you finish it, I'll just give you a high five. Good job, good job. Whew. Okay, so you do finish that, your heart rate's probably pretty high. Walk it out a little bit, shake it out, let that heart rate come down, okay? We get to have the calmness now, the calm in the storm, if you will. And all that means is that we're gonna bring that heart rate down, we're gonna create clarity in that mind, and we're gonna breathe, okay? So we're gonna do a nice little meditation, only when that heart rate comes down, okay? For me, yeah, still kind of high. I'm gonna still walk it out or shake it out a little bit, okay? That was good hard work. I love these kettlebells. See, it doesn't take a lot of reps to crush someone. Crush the kid. Okay, I'm gonna take a seat here. You could join me right in front of my bells, okay? Remove the fleshy part of the butt, okay? Some of you guys are gonna be sitting in a chair, that's okay. But if you can, let's make some yogi fingers, top your knees. We're gonna feel that crown rise, get tall in your spine. Take a deep breath into the nose, closing those eyes, and out the nose. Feeling that heart rate come down in the nose and out the nose, in the nose, and even deeper out the nose. Let it all go. And as you feel that breath increasing in depth and releasing fully, start to create clarity in that mind. Letting go of all those reps you just did, all the hard work you just did. Just breathe. Keep it clear. And just be. All right, guys, keep that breath nice and deep. Keep the eyes closed. Keep the posture. And just start to bring awareness back into that body. Maybe where you are in time and space. Feeling that heart rate really calming down now. And keeping those eyes closed, speaking of the heart, take both hands, put them over top of that heartbeat. I want you to feel it beating for you. Maybe not after that workout, it might be a little inflated, but on average, this ticker right here is going to beat for you about 100,000 times today. So give it whatever you feel like it needs in return. Love, light, happiness, maybe forgiveness, whatever you feel like your heart needs right now, just let it go. Good, bring your hands to a prayer position, keeping those eyes closed. Let's just bow our head. And I want you to pick one thing in your life right now, if you truly thought about it hard enough, that you could be truly grateful for. Good, and when you finish that, come back tall, hands to those knees. No rush. When you're ready, you can just gently blink those eyes open. And maybe you have to be like me, use the windshield wipers to wipe that sweat out of your eye. But folks, nice work today. All right, we're officially going to open it to the Q&A. So if you do have questions, now's the time. I'm going to scroll through some of these because I did see some questions coming in. Thank you for bearing with me on that because that is a tough workout. I wanted to make it to all 10, but hey, look, I'm human. I know my limitations. Maybe if I had some like ChatGPT AI stuff going on in this body, it would be okay, but I'm very human out here. Okay, let's go through it. I'm going to start with YouTube. All right, so we have, please show long cycle, hard cycle. Also, please provide tips on seasoning shiny kettlebell handle competition kettlebells. Okay, so these bells right here, just do a little quick tutorial because that's a good point. These Kettlebell Kings bells right here are the powder coat hard style ones, okay? So you see these? To keep them shiny, I literally just took one of those wet wipes and just wiped it off. That was it, okay? That was my little trick for you there, all right? The competition style, I don't use them. So I don't have tips for cleaning the steel. Sure, the wet wipes will work just as well. One of the things when I do a deep clean of the bells, when they get a lot of chalk on them, I actually have a metal bristle and it wraps. It's like made for barbells too. It wraps around the handle and you can clean it that way. Use a little 3-in-1 oil and put it on. It's all good to go. Hopefully that helps. Let's see. Beth, you are listening with your beloved horsey. Well, I'm so happy you and your horsey were listening. I didn't know horses went live with me, but I'm happy to hear that. And nitric oxide, breathwork, thank you. Yeah, I was breathing heavy there. Okay, let's see. Awesome work, Alex. Great to be joining you for this one. Glad you can join too, metabolic conditioning. Thanks for joining. And then Beth, you said you're gonna try this tomorrow. Thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Hopefully you picked the right bells because for me, as you could tell, mine were pretty heavy. All right, let me see because I want to go to Instagram with some questions. So again, Q&A coming up. Um, I'm gonna go into um, real quick because one of the questions was about the long cycle. So I did a workout on that already, the hard style long cycle. Okay. Um, so go back to the Kettlebell Kings page. There's a live one. You could join up it just like this one. All right. So I don't need to go through that right now. But the long cycle, for those of you that don't know, it's a clean and a jerk. Okay. Now I do it hard style, meaning you're not going to see me conserving the energy on the way up and leaning back and then catching like this. I'm not even going to show that form because I don't know it personally, so I'm not qualified to teach it. But hard style, the whole point is to keep it maximal tension so you're tight in that rack, okay? Similar to when we were doing all those cleans, right? The clean to the press, you're holding that position. Remember that cue I gave on the press? Pushing down through as you go up overhead. Those are really good tips for you, all right? Other questions we might have in this. What do you got up for me, Instagram? Anything on Instagram? I see all of you guys in here. Thanks for joining. Anyone else on YouTube? Okay, if you have questions, now's the time. For those of you guys like me, for some things that came up, if you're just pacing yourself too, just be smart. You saw what I did. I got to 8 on that one. That's the challenge of this, all right? You might have to drop off early. I had to do it myself. It's okay. You can totally do that. It doesn't mean that, you know, you're not good at this stuff. It means that maybe you have some goals that are to build up to this. Mine personally really aren't. I don't really necessarily do high rep work. So going up to that high, like around 8 to 9, we've been pushing it to 10 for sure, would have been pushing it. So I don't do very many reps like that. That's why you saw me kind of stop around 8 and then I went back to 5 because 5 is usually my max. Okay. For those of you guys that follow more of like a program that I'm on, if you are curious about my program, that's a good part that's coming out. So I was telling you guys at the beginning of class, I had all those voiceovers that I'm doing right now. They're going to be released. So you're going to be able to follow along, learn kettlebells in the hard style. Okay. And not only that, I have a program that's going to be complementary with it also. So it'll be pretty much like a level 1 program. So you can enter it. You'll learn bells in the right way. You go to my website, The Formula Fitness, THE, formulafitness.com. And there's right at the top a kettlebell sign up sheet. You'll also see it on my Instagram. You'll be able to sign up for it then. If you join now, you can get a 1 month free. Okay. So if you get 1 month free when you sign up, you're going to be involved in the program. If you like the style of coaching, I'll be able to give you as much as I can. Okay. There's going to be a lot of resources for you. Plus, look out for the ebook coming out soon. Okay. It's all written, it's all done. It's just going to be a matter of getting the website in line so it all is released at the same time. So I'm really excited, guys. A lot of things coming your way. But guys, I have to say this. Thank you so much for taking the time to join me today. Wherever you are in this world, I'm so happy you could join and do some kettlebells. I hope you felt the love that I was bringing to the kettlebells to you because I really can feel it back because I know you guys are all working hard out there. Thank you for joining, guys. I'll see you in about a month. If you have questions, you could DM me, Alex Carew, at ALEXKARU, Alex Carew, and I will see you for the next workout. See you guys next time.